Here we are. Hey, I'm not sure how to go about this. I just wanted to speak about where I'm at, I guess. I'm here, which is cool. I'm very happy. The adoption experience stuff is just almost wrecked me. I don't think anyone can understand how bad it could possibly be. But to be dismissed and laughed at and ridiculed, not only by the general public, on social media, that's a given, because it is what it is. It's a piece of shit at the best of times. But to be dismissed by your own family, your own adoptive family, not cool. Yeah, so here we are. I really don't know what to say. I want to say everything, but words just don't have meaning. I'm very fortunate to be here. I'm looking into retirement and other things with my wife. And purely the fact that I can't afford to be in Australia. Not only that, Australia with the whole forced adoption thing, and my current advocacy work around that area, particularly in vocational education, it's taking its sweet time. I don't really know where it's going to head. I've gone through all the channels. I've gone through the Department of Workplace Relations, through ASQA. They've directed me through the right channels. They're in transition to another department called HumanAbility, and they're only just getting off the ground, so we'll wait and see what happens with that in the near future. I've got a lovely lady, Raelene Bartlet, from the RTO Doctor, giving me a hand with that. I really appreciate her and her help. Thank you very much, Raelene. The dissonance around governance is absolutely appalling in any circumstances, yet alone this particular instance of forced adoption at the hands of institutions. I just don't know how or why. I don't understand how they've got this attitude, and they're not willing to help. Yes, there's inquiries after inquiry, and state versus state, and legislation, all this sort of stuff. But the sheer volume of people working in the advocacy area and people not willing to listen is absolutely appalling. Doesn't shine a great light on Australia at all. So what to do? I'm at a loss. I mean, I can only take this so far. And honestly, I don't see a future in myself in Australia. I'm fortunate in being in a position where I could actually be employed by a close friend who and I, Steve Tuxford, who have had some history in the vocational education area. So big ups to Steve, and thank you very much, mate. I appreciate all that you do for me. You're a great mate, and I wouldn't be where I am without you. I just don't see any long-term employment, not only from the sector, because how am I supposed to be in a vocational education sector dealing with areas such as early childhood education, aged care, individual support, knowing that there's a complete absence of knowledge and education of adoption in those spaces. Yes, there's higher education as far as the APS or the psychology degrees or trauma-informed, if you want to call it that, stuff. But again, there's not a lot of psychology support nationwide that actually does acknowledge or accept the depths of the trauma involved. It's very dismissive. I've had some pretty awful experiences even trying to get support in that area. So mental health wise, been through some pretty tough shit. And trying to find the right support, virtually non-existent. Yes, you've got the Benevolent Society and Jigsaw and Banish and all those guys, which are great. But if you need regular support, it's not there. So I'm hoping that I'm going to make a difference. I want to make a difference. I'm hoping that HumanAbility will step up and address the issues at hand. What time will tell. Yeah, so that's basically it. I don't really know where I'm going to go from here. Day-to-day stuff. Great being here. Being in Australia is hard, man. Like, the mental health issues I've gone through, again, just trying to keep your head straight when your biology is wired against you from the very minute you were born. I don't think anyone understands this. And then the system is built against you. Attitudes are against you. Your own adoptive family, in some cases, are against you. How the hell are you supposed to keep your head up? If you're ever talking or in conversation with an adoptee, don't dismiss their experience. Sit with them. Acknowledge what they're going through. They need validation from you, their friends, their family, understanding. I have trouble coming forward to connect to people. It is what it is. I'm sure that's the same for every adoptee. Connections and things like that are hard to come by, particularly when you're psychologically corrupted in some fashion, where you don't know these subtle cues, or the programming around the adoption system has forced you back into yourself, into a shell, and you close off, so you disassociate. I used to do that a lot. Apparently when I was growing up, I'd sit in front of the TV and I was that far gone that they thought I was deaf. I just closed everything out, And it's hard. It's hard getting out of yourself to try and look someone in the face, to foster a genuine conversation, because what can I talk about? I don't really have a reality of a normal life to a sister, a brother, an aunt, an uncle, a mother, a father that wants to understand. A normal life is from birth to death, with all people who are biological and hereditary links to you. When that's severed, it's a visceral kind of shock to the system. Yeah, your ability to think is hampered. You want to connect, but for some reason you just can't. I'll look away, I'll look down, I'll black out in the middle of conversation. Right? Not that I want to, it's a safety mechanism that just kicks in because it's been in me since the day I was born. So when I say I appreciate you, I really fucking mean it. So, head up, chin up, you know, all those things. You do your best, right? Sometimes other people need a lot more help than others. Peace.